Muy buenas, chavales. Estamos aquí hoy para continuar con la aventura. Hoy creo que es cuando tenemos que enfrentarnos al gran sabio y toda la mierda esta, ¿sabéis? Para rescatar a la reina menor, ¿vale? Bueno, un segundito, ¿vale? Ush, encuesta del evento. Es que literalmente no voy a hacerla porque no voy a participar en el evento siquiera. Así que será me la pela, ¿no? A ver, si me dan dinero, sí, porque el dinero literalmente me hace mucha falta, ¿vale? Entonces yo voy a decir aquí, pues, lo que conozca, lo que desconozca, pues no, obviamente. A ver, chavales. Si veo que hay que poner algún dato, cambio como he vuelto a hacer y listo. A ver, he ido a Fontaine y eso, pero neutral. Listo, pues. Y aquí nos dan los 30.000. Perfecto. Vale. Eso estaría ya. 30.000 ahí con nosotros. Vale. Esto que depende del evento, esto que se ha desbloqueado este hoy, mañana se desbloquea ese, y eso es una mierda, pinchar un palo. Aquí creo que se venía movida, no lo sé, pero bueno, vamos a ir viendo, ¿vale? Ahí está la reina menor, encerrada. Vale, se le ha abierto.
Should I say it's nice to meet you? This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and created so much trouble for you all. Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of... Thanks, it's... amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or was... My concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and it's okay. With you here, Paimon's sure that everything will work out. There's one... What is it? For all the things the academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom. Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing... I understand now. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. That we need to hurry and prevent the... I need to make some preparation. First things
El
first,
falso
I'll do
Dios.
that. After
Pues nada,
all,
ahora tenemos que pararlo y tal.
academia, this might take some time. And if we don't stop the... You might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up.
Vale, entonces vamos a recoger las recompensas estas, que son 5. Bueno, son 30 de la misión y 5 de eso. Lo logro, perfecto. Y paramos hasta las 17, me he dicho. 17, 19. 19. Creo que era hasta las 7, es decir, hasta las 19. Y hay que volver al tema. Vale, vamos a ver qué tal se nota esta misión, porque parece que es una misión difícil.
Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Oh, also, this is for you.
¿Esto? ¿Qué es esto? Por cierto, esto es para ti.
What's this little floaty thingy?
¿Qué cojones? Es un pequeño dispositivo que acabo de ensamblar. Pueden considerarlo como un computador a casa mejorado. Una joya. Vale. Ah,
It's alright, Paimon. It's only a flying device. But you're the traveler's irreplaceable friend. You're so good at comforting hurting people, Nahida. Hmm? I was simply telling you. Nahida, you're a natural at this. By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, I'm not very. You may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, if we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on you, and I'll do my best to provide support. I'm glad I can rely on you. I've located.
¿Dónde está mi coso ese? Tío, quiero verlo. Quiero ver al coso ese. Pero tantas cosas, tío. Tengo que guardar un poco de oro para coger y gastar todas estas mierdas. Porque son tantas cosas las que tengo, tío, que no... El cosito volador, ¿dónde está? Bueno, ahora mismo no importa tampoco mucho, en verdad, esas cosas. A ver. Scaramuza, no sé qué. Forja divina. Crear un dios. Ya estamos. Sí, estamos usando la sabiduría humana para crear un dios. Azar. Azar es el sabio supremo, ¿vale? Para que sepáis. Piden el nivel 49 de jugador. No piden tal, así que 50. Yo creo que ahí vamos bien, en verdad. Ahora mismo vamos bien. De todas maneras, una vez que termine con esto, voy a ir un poquito a farmear unas cositas que necesitamos para subir más niveles a ciertos personajes. Y todo lo que podamos conseguir, lo vamos a conseguir, obviamente.
Judging from this, but this place doesn't look like it could have been the Fatui under the doctor sure didn't hold back. Yeah, or else they wouldn't have. Is that it though? Instead of being So, we had previously come into. One is the other upset. Paimon knows that that's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no. It sounds like you know the balladeer quite well. I see. The more we know now, the. I see.
Hay un problema. Vengo con eléctrico. Y él es eléctrico. Debería de cambiar de... Debería de cambiar de paso. Porque si no, me va a reventar por todos lados, desgraciado. Mm. A ver, lo tengo decidido. Le vamos a poner dentro. Le vamos a poner dentro y bueno, porque si no... El problema es que si voy de electro y él es electro, mis ataques van a ser ineficaces contra él. Es decir, no le van a hacer nada, va a ser inmune. Pero si vamos en dentro, al menos podemos quitarle un poquito de daño, además de curarnos y todo eso. Entonces ahí sí podríamos mejorar algo. Ahora sí. Vale, dentro, fuego, fuego y agua. Ahora sí.
What is it? Wow. The sages wanted to realize that, judging from the structure, but this place doesn't look like it could have
Ahora
been
obviamente
continued
tenemos que
without
comernos
their
esto
surety.
de nuevo y tal, ¿sabes?
Is that it? Instead of
Porque
the,
es como si no hubiésemos entrado
we
realmente
had
al salir.
previously come. One is the other obsession. Paimon knows that. That's why he wants. It sounds like you know the balladeer quite well.
Pero intentamos igual que antes.
Tell
Y
me
listo.
more about him and what he's like. The more we know now. All right.
Venga.
Work time! Let's get to work!
Para ti.
Not breaking a sweat! Put your back into it!
Propagate!
Time to fulfill my duty! No slacking off!
I will end you. Let's not waste time.
This should be fun!
Finish this quickly!
Not breaking a sweat!
No one escapes my sight.
Scatter!
No slacking off!
Incinerate.
Yo creo que si nos cargamos a ese... Eso.
Let's end this quickly!
Al borde que hemos dado. ¿Está curado?
No excuse for slacking!
Invisible evidence.
Time to fulfill my duty!
Fortaleza al otro y lo que carga con agua para...
This should be fun!
Muere, cabrón.
Let it rain.
Let's end this quickly!
Let's dance. Incinerate.
Let's not
Le quito menos vida porque como tiene escudo, el daño se reparte entre el escudo y la vida. Pero le quito más vida que escudo, o sea que morir muere. Pero claro, cuesta trabajo.
It looks like we can climb up these
Ah,
pipes.
esto es una escalera. Otra vez. ¿No? Pues sí. Es como si estuviese dentro de un robot gigante, algo así extraño. Seguramente deberé de pelear con escaramuza y toda la pesca, pero bueno.
The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it.
Ah, vale, entiendo. Vale, vale, vale.
It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
Pues sí, nos subimos. Pues ¿dónde carajo nos lleva?
I'll race you there.
No more.
From the flame.
Por culo.
No one escapes my sight.
I will end
Boom!
you. Let's not waste time.
Grallazo, ¿no?
Incinerate!
Let's end this quickly. Almost.
Motion to compel.
Ahí, tú entretente por allí. Y yo mientras de lejillo aquí te voy matando, ¿eh? Tú tranquilo allí. Eso, tranquilo ahí.
This isn't good.
Campeón. Ok. Este es de hielo, ¿verdad? Frozen. Hielo.
Flash frost.
Ahora,
Let it
acá.
rain. Boom! Ready, steady, go!
Acá.
Freshness
Let's
preserved.
dance.
No debería de haberme mojado, ¿eh?
Frozen food.
Oh,
Invisible evidence. Motion to
ojo.
compel.
Nos quitamos. El poller del hielo, Guillo, muérete ya, asqueroso, gordo. Ahí te partan las tripas. Bueno, ladrón. Y hasta que explote. Cuidado. Cuidado. Un fácil. Él es de fuego. Toma, eso por ti. Toma.
No escape.
Pues toma. Campeón. ¿Este pegado o qué? Toma, campeón. Anda. A la mierda.
Can't run from death.
Esto para mí. Y esto, tirar. No. No, otro más. Ahí. Eso es. Y desde aquí creo que puedo dispararle a aquel. ¿Y lo puedo matar? Dudo que pueda matarla así, ¿no? Hace que no, pero bueno, no pasa nada. Mira por ahí.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
Es que el cofre, pues nada, se va a quedar ahí. Ahora mismo no me interesa ese cofre para nada. Pero aquí podríamos darle.
I'll protect us.
Mira escopeta, Ojito. Vale, que no, ¿no?
Let it rain.
Have a load of this.
¡Hasta luego! No está mal, eso es rápido. Ahí. Eso nos falta el último. Un poquillo más y me tiro, Literal, ha faltado nada. Ve. Ahí está. Ahí está. ¿Listo? Eso es porque seguramente detrás hay algo, ¿sabes? En plan, casi seguro, Pero sinceramente me da igual. Vale, aquí hay peligro, Hay roca y hay... Ojo con esto,
Germinate.
Incinerate.
Right there. Let's end this quick.
Ojo con ese. Hemos cargado ya uno.
Let's not waste time.
Pero métele al conejo y hueputa. Cabrón. Hasta cabrón. Pobre bicho.
Let's end this quickly.
No, por culo.
Come at me. Have a load of this.
Ese de aire, ¿no? Molt bé.
Propagate.
Toma, eso lo pico. Eso lo pico.
Don't be a killjoy.
Ojo.
We've only just begun.
Visible evidence.
This one's well done.
¡Quita, coño! Gilipollas. ¿Quieres darle a aquel? ¿Será gilipollas? Espérate, espérate.
Just begun.
Espérate, que me están tocando mucho las cojones.
Can't run. Well,
Muérete ya, asqueroso.
be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far. This one's well done.
Por haber hecho. Esto cabrón.
An unfortunate fall.
Let's dance. One after another.
Hostia puta. Esta no la había visto yo de hielo hasta ahora, Tu puta madre. La estoy reventando gracias a la flor, tío. El ataque dentro es bestial. Voy a comerme un lo que sea de comida. Este mismo. Y voy a comer esto. Uno más. Otro y otro aquí. Listo. Ok. Ahora bajaré ahí. Primero voy a coger el cofre que me han dejado aquí atrás. Se supone que la reina menor viene con nosotros, aunque no se le ve. Se supone que viene con nosotros.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed. Oh no, what should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against the Fatui Harbinger. Are you nervous? If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous. Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity. I feel not just nervous, but curious. Curious? Curious about her fate to me. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, so to me, fate is the that's also why I love. And now, I will personally. Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon. Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Lo siento, hasta yo. El bichillo ese está todo gracioso, ¿eh? Parece Paimon de los Digimon. Vale, me imagino que tendré que darle ahí al centro del pecho, que es donde tiene el escudo ese, supuestamente. ¿Qué hace? Pero no le des vida, gilipollas, que lo va a despertar. Me solo ha abierto los ojos, ¿sabes? Puta que lo parió.
Be so eager for my birth. I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now, like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now. So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The
Un
Balladeer,
falso Dios.
a long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
Dios mecánico, protector eterno de la sabiduría o algo así ponía.
It really feels like a god's. A body that capitalizes on the balladier's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the gnosis serving as a constant power supply.
Claro.
How much effort and resources did the sage? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination. You sure are something. Dishing out compliments at a time like this? But
Las cosas como son, está
the
guapísimo.
spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Yo creo que va a ser chungo. A ver, mira. Tiene una mano aquí, otra mano aquí, otra aquí y otra aquí. Es decir, tiene 4 manos, ¿vale? Por lo tanto, tiene 4 brazos. Luego tiene esto del centro. Este también. Además tiene aquí como unos pulsars, digamos. O como, yo qué sé. No sé, pero por ahí seguro que le sale magia o cualquier cosa eléctrica, tal. Así que vamos a ir viendo.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods?
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Tevat's current peace was all those losses were meaningless. Driven by the
Vale, pero es que
demands
estas
of
no
the
pegan en
mass.
su cuerpo. Las manos no están en su cuerpo, realmente no están atadas. Están como flotando, o sea que las manos puede lanzarlas si acaso.
This is a first. Encountering a god in this. No wonder your own people have abandoned you. God of wisdom. Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me in combat. Come. Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War.
¡Vamos! ¿Quieres pelea? Ahora te va a cagar. Seguro que me va a reventar, ¿verdad? Pero bueno.
Feeble human.
¡Ojo!
No escape. Motion to compel.
Insignificant past.
¿Y esto? Ah, que lo puedo coger. No está mal, not is bad.
By command, you shall fall.
¡Coño! What the fuck? Lo entiendo, lo entiendo. Tengo que ponerme en el que es el mío para no recibir ese daño tan enorme.
Insignificant past.
¡Ojo!
Feeble human.
Ah, esa mierda me cura. Ah, toma por culo, toma.
My endless cycle begins.
Y yo, pues a lo tonto le estoy dando para el pelo, ¿eh? Espérate, que me voy a curar porque en verdad me está dando para mí. Me está dando para mi pelo, ¿eh? Pero no, pero mira la vida de él.
Insignificant past.
No debería de haber hecho eso.
Propagate.
Incinerate.
Estamos muertos que vivos, compadre. ¡Ojo! ¡Qué bueno eso! Bocazo, taca. Y ahora supongo que bajaremos ahí y ahí pegaremos con el Scaramuza sin robot. Ah, que se está acoplando al cuerpo. ¡Qué jueputa! Que también tenía pata y no lo sabíamos. Ahora va a ser más complicado. Obvio. What the fuck?
Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
Pero cómo corre, Guillo, tío, es que es imposible, chaval. No. Espera, 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 espera. Espera, me está dando por culo por todos lados, ¿eh? No, hombre, está hablando. No hay potencia. La Virgen, chaval, me está dando poco, ¿eh?
Tremble!
¡Ojo! Hijo de puta.
Reality?
Me va a dar, pero por todos lados. Ah, tenía que hacer así, ¿no? Una polla, así no corre tanto mi tío. ¡Córtalo! Eso es... humo. Eso que es la gnosis esa. Coño, que zumbido, ¿no? Ojo. ¿La ha reventado? No creo. No creo ni que la tenga en la mano, en verdad. Ah, sí, sí que la tiene.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor?
Ojo, la ha atravesado, ¿eh?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me?
Verás.
We just concluded the 168th loop. Did
A ver,
you know
explico.
that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me?
Ah, bien.
You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams. All that battle experience! It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god.
Ok.
Mother's wisdom is at your disposal.
Y ahora me toca a mí, ¿no?
Meaningless tricks won't save you.
Ahora me toca a mí de... No. Parece ser, ¿no? La Virgen. Ojo.
Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you. The first sage of Boer.
Como primer sabio de Boer.
I am the all-knowing God.
What the fuck? Ah, mira, eso está bien, eso está bien.
Burn to oblivion.
Committed to memory. I see everything.
Kneel.
Sharing my knowledge.
Reality.
Unes.
Pain.
Toma ya. Guapísimo. Al menos le he quitado ya el escudo, ¿eh? ¿Y por qué no le da? O sea... ¿Pero por qué no le da aquello? Ojo con la mierda de la bola esa, ¿eh? Una polla.
Now, your eyes have been opened.
Eso para ti, cabrón.
Tremble.
Ojo, mojado mejor que congelado. No importa.
Reality is pain.
Lo que tú quieras, pero que a mí no me vas a atrapar ahí, cabrón. Toma, cabrón. Vamos, vamos. Cuidado, que puede explotar. Le ha dado los morros, ¿eh? Estamos muertos ya, que viven.
Burn to oblivion.
Eso es. Anda, escaramuzia. Te vamos a partir en 7. Cabrón.
Humans. Filthy humans.
Humano. Humano inmundo. Pues pasado humano estamos partidos, ¿eh? Quítale la gnosis. Con eso mucho peligro tiene. Aparte que no es suya. O sea, gnosis es de A. A Shogun Raiden, realmente.
No. Wait. Please. Anything but the gnosis. That's mine. Don't even try.
Ya no te pertenece.
I'll never go back.
A que se cae de ahí de cabeza. Míralo. De cabeza. Pártate las sesos ahí. Toma ya.
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Está haciendo ahora.
This is...
Y me tiene un recuerdo.
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Vamos a verlo. He de decir que me esperaba que Scaramuza me costase un poquito más, ¿eh? Claro.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't... Forbidden knowledge? Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once been, but I'm afraid it... So, yes, she didn't complete the way that ever... I'm just... Did she fight to resist the forbidden... She even used her last remnant of lucid con... Yes, but now we can cross and then... We'll let each of us need to even with the gnosis...
Bueno.
Don't worry.
¿Me permite moverme? Gracias. Joder. Costado, colega. ¿Un barco? ¿Qué coño?
Why is there a huge boat? That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here.
El barco
Its
volador.
course is the direction our consciousness is traveling towards. If we lose control over our consciousness, we will fall into madness. So let's make sure the boat stays... Wow! What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Toma, inmunízate a eso, gilipollas.
No escape.
Qué puta madre. Estoy por allá con las putas malditas flechas, coño. Eres muy cansino. Y yo estoy guapo, colega. Puta flecha. Mira, toma por culo. Toma. Mierda. No me pongo los cojones, Inmuni. Toma, inmunízate esta. Puta. Explota. Es que eso tú explota. Cansino, colega. Para 4 bichos de mierda que son lo que han tardado en morirse, colega. Es que increíble. Esto sí me jode un poco más porque son sangrantes. Es decir, ¿ves? 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 Qué cabrón. Tú también. Y eso también. No me voy a comer los huevos. Ahora es cuando vamos con esto un poquito de cura. Que solo se le puedan poner 2 estados de dolencia a un mierda de estos no me parece correcto. Toma, pero ahí. No me parece nada correcto, ¿eh? Bueno. Pero bueno. Pues puta. Muérete, cabrón. Aparece un camino hasta que vayamos a subir al barco. Obviamente. ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! Toma, gracias. Toma, cabrón. Estamos lo suficientemente cerca como para que ellos no paren de correr y yo no pare de pegarle. Tienen bastante vida, porque si cada disparo les quita 524, pues la pila de disparos que les estoy metiendo, tienen bastante vida estas mierdas de bichos, ¿eh? Eléctrico. Por culo aquí. Yo no sé. Uf, me moría ya ahí, Está el gilipollas este. Todo. Esto que te gusta a ti un poquillo la naturaleza, ¿no? Pues toma. La puta que paría gilipollas no arco. Púdrate ya. ¡Hostia! ¡Coño! Envío, ¿no? Toma eso de aquí. Que se ha caído y quería por ello, ¿no? Joder.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first.
No voy a echar. Ah, pues lo activamos.
We changed direction. Are we still going the right way? Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of
¿O no? Pero ¿para qué necesitas remos si realmente va flotando por el aire? No sé.
We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact? Huh? But everything's been hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. Are you saying you've never... No. It seems that my birth and her death otherwise. I think she would have given me a little more guidance.
Esta yo creo que no se da cuenta que la menor, que es ella, en realidad es la mayor que murió, porque cuando murió la mayor dicen que se reencarnó en algo pequeño, no sé qué, no sé cuánto, y esta es pequeña. No sé, son cosas que yo pienso, ¿vale? Pero lo mismo no. Lo mismo estoy en un error. Vamos a verlo y a ver qué pasa.
So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul? Well, this is the place. We're here to find Greater Lord Rukadeva, but the one standing over there is that me? Are you Greater?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence,
We're...
because you are me, and I am you.
No sabía, voy a tener yo y yo soy tú.
You are me in the new samsara.
the new Sims...
As Greater Lord Rukadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukadevata. The real me has presumably died Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for, but you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great...
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, it's also precisely why you won't become like me. But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom. Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired wasn't... It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted to meet you.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also...
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here see everything that day. Even the sky itself changed
¿Se
into
ve
a
historia o
color
qué?
like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world. And a form of truth. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could not. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul,
So, there's knowledge that even the God of wisdom can't understand?
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were the fruit of... Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a and then, from the very beginning, my existence...
Oh no. I've experienced that pain in your consciousness.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. Even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution.
Wait, no.
So you realize what that implies. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will but...
People love you so much, and how can we just... Is there really no other way?
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so cruel.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, These are the words in their entirety. The answer, let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
Ok. Está bonita la historia. No está mal.
I'm alright. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully then we removed the remaining pollution from Merman Soul. Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Ujú. Verás. ¿Dormición? No me puto joda, aquí yo, el puto doctor de los huevos.
Huh? That sound.
I've been waiting here
Sí.
far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you.
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, this is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little... Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially...
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. What?
I left Sumeru, but even the god of wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be...
Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different...
Since you're in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal. Yet you only saw it. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new... Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions. They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the... For example, Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides, you have no way to use that
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take...
After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken the heavenly... Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do you dare to gamble such a possibility?
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the god, but this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility.
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this Electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me, segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort. Requiring me to destroy them all here and now. Yes, how very interesting. Can I assume that you have among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish? If it weren't me, your idea would... What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, And that's how you know I've long grown tired of their—
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deep.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship...
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's but what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've...
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so
Short-sighted! You think this is the end?
Wait.
I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have another chess piece. And where is...
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then there's... Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh. Judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way.
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued...
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat...
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say. Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari. Come on, Traveler. Good morning. Looks like you're awake. Yep, yep. I prepared some breakfast today. It's nice. Well, now that I've recovered from... And Paimon bets the... Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night. Nope. Paimon wanted to read. Oh, we're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyno's As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. Sometimes I'm really envious of Oh,
Anyway, let's go to the Grand.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform.
Ah,
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for
Well, from the looks of it, you seem to.
It's fine. I'm not that busy. The Elazar patients have recovered as well.
It seems once.
Yes, but the withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we. Huh?
He visited once.
And you probably are.
Celebration fee.
Huh?
Hmm.
Come to think of it, you and Kale are both.
Kale has taken, you see, some VI.
Huh?
Well, technically,
Huh?
yes. He's a little Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoer. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first. But, as a result, work...
That sounds really.
There is nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic.
Ah, right!
You've recovered well.
Yay!
Vete en el Gran Bazar, es decir, seguramente sea abajo del todo. No tiene pinta de que sí.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well,
Oh, with
I was. Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon,
We got your letters, so here we are!
you're the best. The other guests,
Huh? Are we the only one?
yeah, I had someone to.
Look, I get it. Sumeru... Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity.
If you consider enjoying mute because Paimon thinks.
that's right. We all think Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Master Zubair.
Nonsense. But in...
Ooh, good.
There's always a lot going on at the.
Yeah. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were, if for some reason they didn't receive?
Yeah! We can also check out how everything in Sumeru is.
As for Sino, I'm not too. As for Juniors.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person. Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana, but you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Kaeya was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now, don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strict.
Ah, I see.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might not have time.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew?
Well...
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaeya, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances...
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh.
Maybe it's because you've...
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as...
You see? This is why I hate to...
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low. And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started.
So, what?
Like I need to tell you.
No, I think we just...
I was in the desert for a large which is truly unfortunate. Hold on, wait a second.
Well...
Ha!
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been...
Huh?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh, it's you two. What's...
We're running some errands for Nilou. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilou said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in
If she addressed... I've been busy these days.
Have you always been so busy?
Of course not.
Tainari told us that...
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull...
Yeah, you're right.
Yes. It's said that when numerous Darshans have... Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6, unfortunately...
So who's managing things?
Yes.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But I refused. I'm not even interested. That's not my job either.
Disculpa, que me había llamado por teléfono.
Handling important.
By the way,
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate.
Podría haber ido
Which is exact.
So everything that's happened recently
Déjame
must
entero,
be
porque aunque no lo lea todo,
Such is the
intento
work of
leer
the
cositas, ¿sabes? En plan, la mayoría.
All right.
Venga, uno malo.
Please show me your credentials before borrowing books.
Pudiendo ir con teletransporte, es tontería pegarse esa caminata ahí a lo tonto. No sé. Si dices que no conoces el sitio, sí. ¿Lo puedo ir así? ¿Por qué no? Señora, ¿usted qué vende? No, señor. No le veo bien. Mira. A las 5. No tengo mucho para comprar, ¿eh? No tengo mucho para comprar, pero eso no lo compro. ¿Ella o...? No sé, ¿no? No,
Is that Paimon I hear?
no, encima esta.
Oh, it's been a while. How are you?
Dad, it's been so long since we've seen you.
I'm doing well. I can go as far. I don't know if you've heard, but Alazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it. That's right. My lady.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already...
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady.
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a...
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever!
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan, I guess I still get Life is short. And I'm happy that I got to be a part of that but the whole thing also...
Well, I remember a...
You mean I'll hate them?
We just came from talking...
Did he tell you that he's...
What?
I heard that Azar...
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me?
Ugh, I'll hate them probably...
But you know, because you're super...
The Matra have... In fact, I chose this job from the very...
Even if being a mercenary means facing...
A lion has...
I don't
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole but a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me.
Huh?
Well, no, not yet at least.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received.
Oh, did
she heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that my lady has been very energetic.
Right, and we
So what it really...
I bet the letter's at the
No wonder there was...
sorry to make you too...
It must be something important for
Yes!
Great! I'll be...
Count me in too.
A lo tonto es como si no mandase ninguna carta, pues ya se lo tengo que nosotros también.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
the General Mahamat...
Oh.
But last time we... As for Rahman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had... Don't mention it. You...
Así no ahora, ¿no? Ya lo ideal. Liberarlo, a ver, Aceino. Vamos a ver. Este es Seino, pero aquí hay unos dátiles que... No puedo cocinar. Yo tampoco. Yo tampoco.
It's been a while since we last visited our... Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave. So...
It seems Gandarvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering with...
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the...
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is...
But why are you just standing...
I'm meeting some people.
Oh!
I've already talked with Candace and the village, but you know one of the people...
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and...
Roman! And...
Oh.
Oh! Well,
Don't worry. These are our friends.
I see.
I'm doing well.
Same here.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I suppose I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar.
I can...
I plan to leave...
Wow! So...
Sataria will be... She can't teach every...
Yes, that is the true me...
The people of King... The stars of all...
Oh, please. Where's all of this?
You deserve these...
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, as you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were... Sataria. These words sparked... I gathered up the...
Azar
¿Qué ego tiene la tía ahí? Yo no me diciendo Setaria.
Sino helped me. My plan was able
No la llamándose a sí misma. Y yo, ¿qué ego más gordo, más grande?
Lord Kusanali has... I applied for a few batches of...
That's exactly.
Apart from this, we must be persistent about...
This is the first time. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest. I hope people with...
Enough about us.
No, not at all. Neither wanted to... A celebration at the feast will also be... although...
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard.
Tainari was right.
This...
It's rare to see that.
No, not really.
Well, I still have...
I'm afraid I won't. The messages. I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shine. You and the art, please keep it.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well.
Got it.
Vale. 2 días después, a las 7 de la tarde. Dos días después. 7 de la tarde. Sería 1. Serían 2.
Today's the big day. Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration...
1000 y pico metros, ¿no? Me dirijo a ese teletransporte porque es la de la taberna y se supone que en la de la taberna pues puedo recoger mis materiales. Es decir, esto. ¿Vale? Y obviamente pues aquí, estando ya aquí, vamos a bajar hasta abajo del todo y decir... Y cocinar esto. Mira, ¿hay algo más que sea para...? Pues mira, aquí. Ah, que no tengo maestría culinaria de esa. Vamos a hacer la que podamos. No, esto es básicamente para revivirlos, pero que al menos no revivan con 100 puntos de vida, que al menos revivan con 1500. El mercado se me va a acabar en breve. A ver, realmente no es que no suelo necesitar para resucitarlo, la verdad, pero al menos si lo necesito, pues que al menos sea uno de los que más vida le da una vez que lo resucitas, ¿no? Como digo yo. Vamos a hacer esto. Ah, no lo tengo en plan... Ah, pensaba que sí. Puta. Y puta, pensaba que ya lo tenía en plan autococinar. Pero no, este plato aún no lo tengo. Hombre es legendario y pide 25. Aunque no nos queda tampoco tanto, ¿eh? Pocos más puedo hacer. Ya está. Espérate, ya que estamos aquí, a ver si podemos comprar cositas de comida. En plan... A ver, Guillo, ¿qué me vende? Esto lo vamos a comprar porque con eso hacemos la especie. Entonces, eso sí. Eso yo creo que vamos bien. Por ahora. Después de terminar aquí, voy a ir a la tienda de recuerdos de aquí a ver si me permitieran, por lo que fuese, comprar cositas aquí. Porque me harían falta, la verdad.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very...
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well,
Come join us over here.
Everything looks quite good.
Frutas, champiñones con flores, tacos y... se come.
Wow.
Vale, ahora va a bailar otra vez la Lilu esa seguramente.
Whoa. The food was everyone that came.
Feels kind.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. And I'm happy to meet every...
Don't mention.
Come to think of it.
we owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together. And moreover, judging from the results,
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it was almost like everyone played their part. So, would you say we're good actors, T? It's such a blessing.
Yes! Even after being abandoned... Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned... This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised.
no,
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah. What's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the those sages really... If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't...
Perhaps I shouldn't say.
you could simply tell.
I respect our. While we're on this.
Are you trying to say it?
Why? But seriously,
I did have my own. If the rules of our.
by that,
Sinceramente no tengo ninguna gana de leer ahora.
It's reason enough.
You've certainly...
You flatter me.
All right then.
That's right.
Me hace demasiado tedioso leer tanto, tío.
So,
¿Qué les costaría ponerlo en español, tío? Y quitar los putos malditos subtítulos. Joder.
there. Well, how is it? It's the first time. You see, make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think. I can't explain.
The atmosphere here is good. Yeah, I don't often have a lot to handle these days.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings. No, the Grand Bazaar that happy. Oh well.
My lady.
Yes, I also... What an amazing...
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy, Nilu.
Hey, less of that...
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up one, of course. Just...
Uno, dentro. Y la reina está por aquí. Ah, míralo.
blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about the connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really have... Although you've already helped me with a lot. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Is it not convenient for you? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet. What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So... I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence. Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just a... It's me. Huh? That fool...
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting.
No, of course not. Are you?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you and thank you so much for rescuing me. Even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, without you, without any of you. I would have been in a much more difficult had you not helped me to resolve the crisis. Not only I, but Sumeru and even the people refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but please, allow me to present to you my most sincere...
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I...
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for...
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and...
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of... Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the Academia right about now. If you have...
¿Cuántos tendré ya? Yo creo que a lo menos tendré ya 4000 mierdas de esas para comprar. Mira, 4180. Ya puedo comprar a lo menos 20 mierdas de estos de... Mínimo 20. Porque a ver, un segundo. Puedo comprar 26. No sé para dónde cojones, pero bueno. Es por otro sitio diferente. Por aquí. Ah, vale. Más arriba es. A ver, a ver. Espera. Ahí hay una puerta de esas de... Vale, quiero ver una cosa. Quiero ver una cosa porque... Tengo 4 llaves de aire y una eléctrica, pero de esas no tengo ninguna. Siento. Vale, entonces no puedo abrir acá. Y allí acabo de ver aquí esto, que no lo tengo descubierto. No entiendo por qué no tengo esta zona descubierta, la verdad. Bueno, esta y esta. Es lo próximo que debería de hacer, la verdad. Cubrirla. Bonito este lugar. Vale, y ahora se supone que tenemos que hacerle preguntas.
What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all that. So are we. And that's why we're... Is there anything you want to know? After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function. I've given it some thought. But this is definitely not a bad thing. The Akasha is central, although people may initially feel... And as for the former sages have... I hope that the news... The other big issue is that I've already taken... You mean, what happened? You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a... I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the Doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to... And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the Doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom. He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from his future will be determined. Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, Are you sure? Huh? While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat?
So this is true in your case. Irminsul indeed. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because as a
What?
There is only one possible explanation. She
But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is and whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable.
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descender.
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
No me jodas.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even—
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principle. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Paimon's head's about to—
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed, or if fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate—
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Esas duraznolivas para mí. Esas que hay ahí. Creo que son duraznolivas. Ya me voy conociendo casi todo lo de objetos estos. Son aceitunas de melocotón. A ver tú, pescadora. ¿Tienes algo que vender que me pueda ser útil? Mira, el cangrejito me lo llevo. Camarón tengo. Quitas tengo. Pescado me lo llevo. Vale, ahora quiero hacer una cosa. Que no vende nada, vendedora. Antes de irnos de aquí tenemos que comprobar una cosa, ¿vale? Sí o sí. Tengo que comprobarlo sí o sí. Que te enfoquen, chaval. Antes de nada, a ver si este vende algo. De pescador y tal, pero... Vale, ahora, dicho esto, he de ir hasta el puerto horno ese, ¿vale? Obviamente voy a ir teletransportándome porque no tengo dinero. Tengo que vender algo. Madera, comerciante, vendedor. Vale, mierda. Vale.
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's on a journey to all corners of Teyvat.
Who's asking?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the...
Well, we aren't always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we... So, what...
He just wrote... next to a small...
What? So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, exactly, right? Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that... Of course, here it is.
Come on! Paimon wants to...
Okay, yeah.
Kaeya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. From what he wrote, or maybe he's... yeah, the letter says...
Caribert. Ah, vale, verdad, tengo que esperar. Porque se me ha dicho.
Kaeya should be at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see him.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please.
Kaeya, you're really here. Paimon half that you're...
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her? The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. Sumeru's spice, that's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages.
And how do...
So far, so good.
Yeah,
Well, let's not...
Hey, using your job to settle...
Oh? What makes you say that? Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though.
And?
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Well, all right. I overheard my adoptive father talk about... I'm sure you'll agree that every... And so I stowed my... It wasn't long before... It was a short-lived adventure. Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young.
No puedes estar aquí escuchando, El alacén.
My life had less and less to do with Conria. I used to believe that I had inherited, but then I began to wonder, as well as ensure. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid these days...
One death afternoon, please, boss.
Ah, no, es Dainsleif. Joder.
Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Dainsleif?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted. Kaeya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Descendiente del fundador de la Orden del Abismo. What?
Huh?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaeya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming with your surname.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does confirm an old suspicion of mine. I suppose...
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest hint.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Very clever. Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything. If you've already let go of your ties to the past...
Kaeya!
Hey, hold on now. This conversation... So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of thing? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order to... Either way, looks like we're...
Well, alright.
See you around. And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like...
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to... But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen. Well, I suspect that they call your sister their princess, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Oh, so if she was the founder, she'd be the queen, right?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate. Do you remember?
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan!
Not new. Not exactly. Your sister. She mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together. Apparently so.
So, you're going to the place that she mentioned back then?
Correct. At that...
Well, what are we waiting for?
No. Now is not the time. No, I'm still waiting for my drink.
A ver. Entonces... Ahí nos estamos aquí. Pero realmente nuestro objetivo ahora sería ir aquí a Fontaine. Pero bueno. A ver. Mira aquí. Le vamos a dar una mierda de estas perdidas. Que solo he encontrado una, pero se la vamos a dar. Ya ves, está pidiendo 25. Joder. Qué pasada. Es ahí, pero no lo vamos a ir. Chavales, por aquí lo dejamos por hoy. Si os gustan los vídeos, ya sabéis qué hacer. Suscribiros, dejar un like. Y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Intentando saber qué cojones quiere Dainsleif otra vez, porque este tío es extraño de cojones. Así que hasta la próxima. Chao, chao.